Listen up! It's going down! The Piledriver podcast! Let's go! We from the O! You need to know! We got Mike, Vince, and Tony on the show! Piledriver! Piledriver podcast! It's the Piledriver podcast!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world. On my left is the hop himself, Tony Forge, and down low is that stabber man, Stabby Vince.
What's up?
What's going on? Real quick, I'm just gonna say Vince was living the gimmick yesterday, Tony. I walked up on him. He was at the fucking catering table, and I walked up on him, and I was like, "What are you doing, Vince?" And he turned around, stabbing, and he had a knife in his hand. He was cutting strawberries.
Hey, if there's a knife, I'm gonna be stabbing.
Colt Johnson, mega fan in the chat. What up? What up?
Let's go.
We got a guest too. Oh no. Oh.
Kitty.
See, there she is. Now everyone can see her butt.
Cat
Put that butt away.
action.
This is a PG show.
This is a family show.
So last night we got to take in RSW. They traveled back to Parma for a beautiful weekend in Parma.
Weekend in Parma.
Bro, I gotta say, just off the top, this show was probably one of the best ones I've seen RSW put on. And I know we said that last time because the show was hot last time, but this show is hotter. This show is fire, dog.
Yep.
Big.
They're gaining momentum, gaining crowds,
Like, it was insane. The place was packed. The matches were over. We had all kinds of great matches. I believe there were 7.
Correct. Actually, nine.
I think 8.
8.
9.
9?
Was there 9? Oh, because they added the 1. Yeah.
No, 8. 8.
8. Yeah, 8. That's what I thought. Okay, whatever.
We'll get there.
We're good at numbers.
It
1, 2, 3.
It was
talk, we don't math.
So, let's get right into it here. Obviously, the boys, Bear City Vice, on the poster. They came in here, and we already knew the main event coming into the show, Bear City Vice taking on the West Side Gods. But, the poster itself was probably one of my favorite posters they've done in a long time. Since the Parmageddon poster where they did the one that looked like the Armageddon poster and they just put the rest of his faces in there, that was a good one too. But this poster is really solid. So shout out to RSW for that.
I love all the movie nods. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, they're doing a good job with that. I like the next one too.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. The Sidewinder and shit, all that looked real good.
Yeah.
They started off strong with, look, I see Vince shaking his head down there already.
He didn't even let me get the first. This wasn't even the first match. This was not supposed to be the first match. And then Theo comes in. I'm about to announce the first match, and he just took the mic from me and everything.
We got we ended the show last week saying that Vince had heat with Theo Strong. So we'll just begin the show saying that I also now have the heat with Theo Strong, which for reasons that we'll get into towards the end of the show. But yeah, he came out with just mean. Michelle said it.
Right.
Theo is in fact mean. Like, he came out, he snatched the microphone from Stabby, he talked some shit to the crowd, and he even went as far to shove you down.
Big freaking jerk.
So, he called out Matt Taylor, who had that title shot against Theo after, recently losing that internet championship. So, the picture is not correct. He was no longer internet champion against Theo Strong. So, the match itself looked good. The crowd was hyped to see Matthew Taylor, as they always are.
I got to prove this.
I don't even know what to say, I don't even know what to say to Matthew Taylor. This match was, he was in the control, man. He had the belt. He had it.
It was, yeah. It was a rough finish for Matthew Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, he took a swift kick right to the huevos.
Yep.
While the referee Stevie G's back was turned. I believe he got shoved into him at one point. And he got shoved into Stevie G, and Theo just kicked just where the sun don't shine, dude. Right.
Dirty tactics.
It was good. He retains his RSW championship in Parma.
Oh.
Yeah, right down the middle of the uprights.
Yep.
And then the next match actually was a impromptu match. So the match that I'll put up right is this fire ass forward.
Yeah, this came right after, so it works. It works.
Yeah, this is match 3.
Right.
But JD Smooth, who was supposed to be in this fatal 4-way match, was actually pulled because a challenge was issued before the show by one Kyle Reed. We've seen Kyle before. We've seen JD and him have just the craziest amount of gonna kill each other attitude that I think we've ever seen.
Oh yeah, on site, pretty much.
Well, if you don't know, JD legitimately tried to break Kyle's neck. He put him out of action months and months and months ago, to the point Kyle had to have surgery. And Kyle came back to try, I don't remember, it's just maybe 2 events at Parma, two events ago. JD was fighting somebody and he wouldn't back off. And I was, I was going to throw him out of the ring, trying to just get him, break the holds and stuff like that. Then out of nowhere, Kyle comes running in and, JD scrambles, letting him know he's back. So we wondered when we were going to see Kyle Reed again, when these guys were going to face off. And I know that after last night, this is not the end of it. These dudes put on a pretty solid match.
Yeah, they really did. The crowd was really into it. I mean, Kyle was all taped up his neck and shoulder and everything too. So it was kind of a target. I mean, JD was probably going to go after it anyway, but
Also, JD paid me $20 to announce him as not a hairy toothpick.
Did he really? That's very JD.
I didn't. You think I would have done that on my own?
Yeah,
come on.
He's
money is money, boys.
No,
I mean, $20. That's pretty. Yeah.
$20 is $20.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just don't go down. But yeah, so JD and Kyle Reed put on a banger of a match. I don't think I've ever seen JD tap out. And the end of this match, Kyle Reed worked him down into that crossface, and JD was going to grab those ropes, and he reached, and as he reached, Kyle rolled him back to the center and locked it back in, and JD Smooth taps out.
Yep.
But the main story here is he didn't let go of the hold. He was trying to break JD's neck. He's trying to get that receipt, get his get back. The match is over, man. You've done already. You.
Well, I think at one point he locked it in like the Gargano escape. He had his arm wrapped around his neck and things, so he was wrenching the shoulder too. He let go a couple of times, but then went right back after him again. He was relentless. There was refs out there. You were out there.
You at all,
No, he would not listen to me at all. I told him I broke the hold. I legitimately forced him off of JD, pushed him back to the corner. He pushed past me, locked it back in. I called out more help, because again, just come on, let's get some more guys out here. Stevie G comes running out. We pull him off. I tell him, in his face, don't do it again or you're not going to like what happens. Don't do it again. He pushes me out of the way, busts through me and Stevie G, and locks in the crossface once again.
The crowd was chanting one more time. So, I mean, nobody really is going to be feeling sorry for JD Smooth getting his comeuppance, let's say.
We wanted him to get that crossface.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kyle let his emotions get the better of him there. I told him, don't do it again. Just get out of the ring. You've already won the match. He broke through me and Stevie G once again, locked in the crossface. I got the call in my earpiece from Tim. He's a boss. We're not going to stand for that kind of stuff around here. I took my referee card and I pulled it and I reversed that decision. He should have left. He had to win. He had the win. You walk away. You live to fight another day. And now I had to reverse this decision. JD gets the win as he taps out. So I doubt this is the last time we see Kyle and JD Smooth go at it.
Yeah. That's a tough
Big
call.
Big boy JP Levin in the chat.
JP,
What up? What
hey,
up? Power Slam Pro Wrestling in the chat. Thank
what
you
up?
to the Piledriver from Power Slam. Thank you guys. And Bobby's walking through Target and watching the PvP.
You might have words about that man later.
Oh. Oh, crap. Tony Ford on fire.
Yeah, and we pulled, like we said, JD was pulled out of this match, and I believe the young man that was inserted was Ace Morgan, Vince?
Correct. From Elkins, West Virginia.
Yes. Yes. So he came in. I'm not too familiar.
The crowd was chanting like Timu Miz. He had a real young Miz vibe to him. He was good though.
He had the same attitude as well. Very
yeah.
Oh, Bobby said words. Kyle Reed. Oh, that's JJ in the chat. That's my boy JJ in the chat. Joe Cross said that Vito Mozzarella also took some time to take donuts to the Parma local police, from what I heard. JD did win, JJ. He did win. I had reversed the decision. So JD actually won. And yeah, Vito said, where were you on 4/32/2025? Like, what the hell are you talking about, Mozzarella?
He's trying to look for the good stuff in our chat, and I don't appreciate him using our platform, honestly.
Yeah, we don't have the good stuff.
Right?
There's
I don't know what he's talking about.
Man, I wish Vince would have did it too. It would have been so good.
I froze.
Vince, both of us were like, we don't have the good stuff. And then out of nowhere, both me and Tony.
Oh, man.
And Tony's froze. Tony's froze like that. That's just how he's living his life now.
Hold on.
Just straight Benjamin.
Looks good. Very proper. At least you have a nice smile, so it works.
Cleveland Barber, the boy Chris Onyx in the chat.
Gang.
Have not got to the main event yet, West Side guys. But yes, so JD was pulled out of this match, and I'm sorry, I forgot his name already.
Ace Morgan.
Ace Morgan, damn it. Was inserted. I didn't get to see that much of this match, but from what I did see, it was fire. Colton Cooks always.
Yeah, it was really good.
Zeke Mercer's a machine. Tony, if you got some more insight, feel free, dog. Because like I said, I only got to peek in and out of this one.
It was a lot of back and forth, like two guys working on the outside as two guys were working on the inside, and then it kind of, as the match went on, it kind of worked its way into everybody was going after each other kind of thing. We had, I think, like everybody was doing strikes and things back and forth like that. I can't remember how the finish went. I remember.
I do remember the finish.
Okay.
Remy LeVay with the sweet sling blade.
Yes.
Right.
I forget who it was to. I believe it was to Ace.
It was to Ace because I yelled to him. I was like, "Dude, you just got pinned by a sling blade."
Yep.
Like, I was trying real hard on him.
Mercer and Colton Quinn were on the outside, and I remember Remy slid in. Ace had done something to, I believe, Colton and tossed him outside, and he was pandering to the crowd, and he was talking shit. And he didn't know that Remy had slid in behind him, and he hit him with that sling blade. 1, 2, 3, buddy.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Doesn't matter what move it is. As long as something takes him out long enough.
Oh, yeah, it was clean. It was a good move. I just,
for sure. It's like
Team
said,
Miz over
you know,
there.
he just and he pulled it. It was great. No, I don't need good stuff, JP. I got some. The next match on the card, the RSW Women's
Let's go.
Championship, Lexus Sin defending against Micah. This was probably the best women's match I've seen in RSW in a while. This one was good.
Yeah.
Great job by Lexus. Great job by Micah.
Yep, they killed it.
The technical wrestling was phenomenal. It was just great. It was great stuff all around.
Lots of mean kicks from Lexus.
Bro, she kicked her. But look, Micah tried to get her with the twist. She chain wrestling. I couldn't remember what it's called. She chain wrestled with her real well early in the beginning, and Lexus could not work her way out. Like Tony said, the kicks, dude. Lexus got her and then got Micah in the corner and started throwing kicks to the head. Pow, just knocking her. Boom. Michelle in the chat, those girls were throwing down. I agree 110%. I forget what it was to put Lexus in the corner to set up for the hip attack.
Oh, right. I can't remember how she set her up either.
Shit.
But
Yeah,
the hip attack, the running hip attack was the finish.
Yep, dude. She knocked her down, and Lexus was knocked down in the corner, dude. And she was slumped in that bottom turnbuckle. And Micah went around, and I'm just gonna say there was a point in this match where by some fans, all right, where I was a little like it was, you know, like okay. We understand that Micah is about to run at her and hit her with her butt cheeks. That's what's about to happen. She runs and she does this, and she does the pat on the butt, like she's about like on the hips. It's not, you know what I'm saying? And there was a couple older creepy gentlemen in the front row that got their rocks off a little bit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
So be better, people, be better.
Be better.
But yes, Micah hit Lexus with the hip attack, pulled her out of the corner, and got the 1, 2, 3, and we have a new RSW Women's Champion.
Lexus was out.
Another story though is when she kind of like came to and realized what the hell was going on. She saw that I was handing the belt to Micah. She yanked it away from me and offered a sign of respect.
Yep.
Dog's excited about the title change.
He's
It's okay. He's just hanging. He's just partying.
Raven's like, stop, dude. Like Raven's just all old lady over here. Like, stop. He jumps over her and she just stands there. So yeah, she yanks it away from me, offers up the hand as a sign of respect. Micah takes it. The ladies embrace, and Lexus walks out gracefully. I know this can't be the end of this.
No.
I mean, obviously, she's going to get a rematch. It's in the contract, the rematch clause. So she will get, a rematch at some point. I don't know when. But I can't wait to see it. So.
Yep. But yeah, and new RSW Women's Champion, Micah.
This was a hell of a match. I had never seen Kryzak before, and
oh really?
Oh man, that was your first time, Tony.
That was I'm pretty sure that was my first time, and I was impressed. Very good.
Part of my favorite part of the night, one of them was during this match. I was watching because I knew this match was gonna cook. So I'm watching, and I hear Phil Stamper on this call, Vince, and he says, even though Kryzak is a member of the Bald Brigade, he's probably the meanest one.
Huh. He's not wrong.
And I was like, and then he kind of glanced over, hey, we love it. We're bald. It happens. The Bald Brigade, me and the press, Phil Stamper. That's what I'm saying. Kryzak, he could definitely be the muscle of the Bald Brigade if we need him to be. But I mean,
man.
Phil Stamper will tap you out too. So don't sleep on. Don't sleep on.
Don't sleep on him.
But yes, Kryzak and Ashton went hard. I thought Ashton had this, and then Kryzak had it, and then Ashton had it,
Dude,
and then
back and
Kryzak
forth.
had it. Like this was
Yes.
the epitome of a back and forth. You know, like of a back and forth between Ashton Day and Shane Kryzak.
There was a lot of technical wrestling. There was a lot of like submissions pulled. I mean, there was stuff going on that like you could tell Kryzak's on a warpath. Ashton
Oh,
Day
yeah.
is an absolutely stellar wrestler. You know, it was a match. It was a hell of a match.
Yeah, everything was just very smooth and just they worked
Yeah,
really
no,
well.
well, like Vince said, man, Ashton's very technical.
All the headlocks.
And yes, Bobby says all the headlocks.
King of the headlocks.
King of
Michelle
the
said there
headlock.
was a lady who called Kryzak a Lorax, and I can't stop thinking about it. Another one that I heard last night was Dr. Eggman. They started
Yes.
Dr. Eggman chant in
Yes.
his mustache, and that was freaking hilarious, dude.
Dr. Eggman Lorix.
Yeah, so yeah. Shane Kryzak picking up the dub over Ashton Day here. What does that say for Shane Kryzak? I mean, he's making his way. He's making a case, Vince. This
Yeah,
man
well,
is choking
he's got-
people out from West Virginia to Ohio.
all I
for
can
that,
say is
Go
he's
ahead.
got to keep those eyes on the back of his head because I know for a fact that Violent Vance Desmond still has a bone to pick with Mr. Kryzak.
What a match that would
I
be.
remember this.
Damn.
No, I remember this. Violent Vance Desmond. I mean, we've seen these guys before, but they weren't one-on-one. It was in that fatal four-way match. And Kryzak kind of took advantage. So Vance Desmond's looking back. And then, like Vince said last time, Fiona was involved.
Yep.
And so
You don't mess with Vance's daughter. And, Kryzak, I mean, literally ran away from him the last time. So who knows? But, I mean, like you said, he is working his way through some of the heavy hitters that RSW throws at him. So, and this was one of them.
yeah, I mean, and he passed it. So this is a test. He is passed.
Yep.
And then this match. This,
Paulie just wanted a hug. Paulie just wanted a hug.
I
I don't know what the problem was. But like this, I feel like a lot of the carnage and the pain that the Golden Boys had to go through was because he just wouldn't give Paulie a hug. Jimmy James.
Like if he didn't give Jimmy a hug, they could have just avoided all this.
Like, I mean, even freaking what's that? Cody. Even Cody was like, "You punched me in the face." Like that. What do you mean? It's not personal. Like the whole time.
So
I
give
feel
up.
like-
It's nothing personal. And,
Yeah.
it's personal. You punched me in the face. It's absolutely personal.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen the Golden Boys before, and I think my surprise last night was the Golden Boys people weren't as happy to see them. They were more excited to see the Feasties.
There he is.
And there, as speak of him, and he shall appear. Big Hungry in the
Big
chat.
man.
Big hungry.
Hope everything's good, brother, and hope you made it home safe last night. So yeah, the Feastie Boys were over. Like again, like Tony said, the crowd was chanting for Jimmy to hug him.
Yeah.
They tried. The Feastie Boys gave the Golden Boys multiple opportunities to we don't have to do this. We can just hug it out and we can be friends. But the Golden Boys, they wanted those titles back.
Yep.
And like he says right there, Cody says, when you come for the Feastie Boys championships, it's always personal. And they showed this. What's it? I don't want to disrespect the move. What's the name of the move, Cody?
Oh yeah.
Yes. The sandwich
It's
pile
so
driver.
good.
The sandwich pile driver they got a name for it. I forget
I know they have a name for it.
And I apologize, but it's probably one of the coolest tag team moves I've seen. Plus, it's a pile driver, so it works.
Right.
I mean,
It's
Paulie got his hug too. I mean,
Hey, I got a hug.
He did. Like that's it could have all been avoided. He
Yes,
ended up
yes.
hugging him in the end anyway, and then he was all sweaty and everything from the match. Like it was
Dude, he
it was
was
a
so
worse
sweaty, boys. Like I had
That's what.
like
Okay,
PB and slam.
the PB and Slam. That's what I thought it
BB
was
and
called,
Slam.
and I love
Oh,
it.
hell yeah, okay.
So
So
good.
yes, the Feisty Boys retain with the PB and Slam. I think you should call it the PB and Slam driver
On Rye.
Right, because it's like a
on Rye.
I don't think I'd want a PB and J on Rye anyway, so that sounds gross.
But yes, the Feisty Boys retain. And then the co-main event, Sergey had to get kicked in the face for us to get our hugs. That's what he said.
This dude's so scary. Like, I swear to God, guys, like, Christian came in and he looked hungry, and then he looked at me, and all that, like, black, like, goo came from his mouth like he was drooling. I was absolutely terrified.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on. There was some reminiscent of that goo still in the ring for the main event. It looked like a symbiote. It was yucky.
Dude, I was not about it. He was like snapping his teeth at me, licking his lips, man. Like I had to put the CBG between me and him. Like I wasn't about it.
He was after some kids next to me, and I thought about like intervening, and then I didn't.
No, yeah, no.
I was like, no, I'll be okay.
Yeah, he was. His mask was really creepy, and then he took off the mask, and his face was creepy, and his goo, and like just it was very what's the word? It was very like I don't know. I was gonna say disheartening. That's not a good word.
I was gonna say horror-esque, man. Like
yeah, horror-esque.
Yeah.
It was a little wild, but then out comes your RSW Internet Champion, Big Nasty Vinny Maverick, and these dudes cooked.
Dude,
they really did.
big shout out Vinny Maverick for pulling me aside, and as he's finishing up his entrance, he let me do the thing with him.
Oh yeah, and I saw.
That was just stellar. Thank you, Vinny. That made he made this little man's night over here. So appreciate you, G.
You'll start calling him Lil Nasty, Stabby Vince.
Yeah, gang out here.
But yes, it was the nasty ride that led to the nasty quake, and the 1, 2, 3, and still your RSW Internet Champion, Big Nasty Vinny Maverick. And now the main event, boys. The main event. Look, Bear City Vice comes out, right? Colt, Vito, Norm. They get the pop. They get the music, the whole whatever. They do the thing with the. Sorry, I didn't do a good job. They do the thing, where they're all, with the music and the bell and Colt Johnson and this thing. And then the lights go out.
Yeah.
The lights have never gone out for an entrance ever. And when they did, I was like, oh shit. All right. The red lights started flickering and the God era music hit, and Brazzi comes running out with a freaking lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like, what? I don't know. It was a great
Jedi luchador. Actually, more like a Sith. If it's red, he's a Sith. So.
No, he's definitely a Jedi. I was just about to say that. It was green, so he was a good guy.
He's a Jedi.
Cisco Sucio, and obviously the god Chris Onyx himself. With by the way, probably the coolest shirt on of the evening. But just saying. See that background Tony's got.
Yep.
Just saying. Chris Onyx rocking the Piledriver shirt. So we appreciate you, my boy. Vito said he needs a permit for that lightsaber. Bobby said he definitely did not have a permit.
Yeah. And Mr. Bobby there wanted to not tell anybody that he's Bear City Vice's like personal
I saw that.
media, or I forget
Oh,
exactly what his shirt said, but like,
videographer,
yeah, when did Bobby get on their payroll? For one
What do you
thing,
mean, boys? He's been an honorary member
I
of
was
the
gonna
BC.
say he's been.
But
And
like,
it's not even that. It's not even that. Okay, let's
Oh.
talk about it. Let's talk about it first. So I look in the crowd last night and I see the big homie Vic. And we all know Big Vic. He's just big. He's a big fella. I look out. What's he wearing? Pink Colt Johnson hat. Just big guy, little tiny pink hat. I look over to the left. Garrett, the new guy. We know Garrett. Love Garrett. Great guy. What's he got on? He done bought in. He's got a hat. He's got a shirt. They done talked him in. He's trying to join Bear City Vice next.
what is happening?
But then on the other side of the room, it was like they walked in and like split the room in half, because this side was pink Bear City Vice, and this side over here you had Mega God shirts, you had Brazzi Suave shirts. They were waving little flags.
The flags everywhere.
It was great. The match cooked. This match went hard, bro.
Yeah,
These guys, I was not able to keep control, barely at all. This match was just insane. Towards the end of the match, it looked like Chris Onyx was going to pull this out.
Yep.
It looked like Chris Onyx had taken Colt Johnson out. He lays him out with that Claymore. He goes and gets the pin, gets the cover. I slide in 1, 2, and then out of nowhere, I get yanked from the backside, pulled out of the ring. I turn around to see who has touched me, and this is where me and my boy Vince are about to team up, so he better find himself a partner. Theo Strong pulls me out of the ring and socks me. Just right hand.
Oh yeah, dude. I was
Just
genuinely concerned. Your glasses went flying.
Went flying. I got he wrecked me, dude. I'm still feeling it today. Just pop. I don't know what happened after that. I did see the footage after this. Theo Strong, after he pulls me out and assaults me, which we're gonna have words on that, buddy. Gets in the ring, hits Chris Onyx, and pulls Colt Johnson over Chris.
Right.
Runs to the back and grabs Stevie G, which I guess something happened at West Virginia, Vince, that I wasn't even there for, and I took assault for it. And it grabs Stevie G, pulls him in the ring, and forces Stevie G to count the 3 as Colt Johnson and Bear City Vice are victorious over the West Side Gods. I can't wait to see this picture. Jose says, I have a picture of your glasses flying. I cannot wait to see that out. It'll probably be my new profile picture. So, but yeah, Bear City Vice and Colt Johnson picking up the dub here. But the big story going in is we saw Chris Onyx screw over Colt Johnson in his title match. We've now seen Theo come to get the get back, I guess, to get the receipt here against Chris Onyx.
Well, you got to remember that down in West Virginia, that Onyx intervened in Theo and Colt's match. So there was
that's what I said. Yeah, he costed him and he costed Colt the title.
Yep. So a lot of animosity built up here.
I don't know, boys.
It
seems like this is leading towards a triple threat match, maybe.
Could be for that title.
Which would cook. Cole Johnson, Chris Onyx, and Theo Strong, all these boys are vying for that top prize.
Take my money.
I would love to see that match. Weekend at Parma cooked. I had a great time.
Yeah. One of the best.
It was a hell of a show.
Crowd's energy was on fire. I was really impressed with it. It was a great time. Everyone came out, was having fun. I mean, I even got to sign some autographs. That was wild.
That's sweet.
I did. I saw. It's always fun to sign a little autograph or two. Me and Stevie G signed a couple as well. They wanted the refs,
Yeah, that's cool. Love it.
Yeah. Overall, great show. I'm gonna flowers at RSW first before because I didn't get to go to PPW, so I don't have it. I am going to shout out Mrs. Kyle Reed. I believe her name's Colleen. She set up the ring more than anybody.
Oh wow.
Like, she's a badass. The picture princess. Oh yes.
Yes.
She was walking around with her camera. She only wanted to take pictures of the wrestlers. She didn't want to take pictures of anybody else. She had pictures of Tim and everybody. She took a picture of me and Stevie G at one point.
Yeah.
But at one point she said, I don't have enough film. I have to take pictures of the wrestlers. And me and Steve were standing there and we were like, but we're referees. We're just like wrestlers. And she said, no, you're referees.
Oh.
Okay. I'm a referee. No big deal. But yes, Colleen is amazing. She killed it. Yeah, she took a picture of Jose and Samantha. And I remember seeing that one. That was a good picture. So yeah, she was out there killing. She's trying to be like you guys, Michelle and Jose. She's trying to be like y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just shout out to everybody at RSW, but especially Colleen for kicking ass.
The food was crazy good too.
It always is. Always that pizza's banging. Hot dogs, little
mozzarella sticks were good. Yeah, everything was good.
The pizza, Mimi's Pizza, is down.
Is that one okay? I didn't know where
Mimi's Pizza. Yeah, because they give you those pepperonis that are as big as your fucking head.
That's what we like, though.
Dude, like they give you a slice of like one slice of pepperoni pizza, and it's got one pepperoni on it, but the pepperoni is big.
I think I might have had two on mine. Yeah.
Like it's wild. Mimi's Pizza is so good. But yeah, food's always good. All right, yeah. Michelle, I love good concessions as well. You got to have good concessions. Even if you have just you could do. It's not hard to do dogs. It's not hard to do candy stuff like
right.
that. You got to have some options there. But yeah, the fact that we got mozzarella sticks and pizza and French fries and yada yada yada. And so yeah, RSW killed it on the concessions. RSW killed it on the show. Shout out to Mama Johnson for winning the raffle last night.
Yeah.
She won it twice.
Yes.
Actually.
They said I rigged it. I'm like, yo, my little homie Corey, whose birthday it was
it was little Corey's birthday, and somehow Vince rigged the thing as Corey.
Yeah, somehow I rigged it.
Yeah.
She won that shirt. She won the
$100 in merch.
Yeah.
You got pay to play. Buy the ticket, take the ride.
That's right. I'm surprised Vince didn't win. Vince be winning too.
So I have to admit, Colleen did try to get me to enter, and unfortunately, I don't think it's a great look when the workers get the winnings from the raffle. So I've actually opted out of them. But I won that one with Ashton on it though. So let's be real, that one's like my favorite.
She came up to me and was like, "You want some raffle tickets?" I was like, no, thanks. Talk to Stephanie. He might.
Yeah, she told me that. I like that. Hey, everybody knows, dude. I love raffles.
Yeah, Donna said that's all I wanted was the main shirt. So
yeah,
good stuff. And then so RSW was really solid, and then we'll let Vince talk about PPW today and what happened at Power Slam Pro Wrestling Red.
Oh yeah. So today was a great show. I can't thank these guys enough for letting me come out and do my thing. So, Sid always takes real good care of me when I show up. I actually had a couple guys talk to me about, the announcement that our good friend Paulie, the Hammer, mentioned over at Turmoil in regards to my 12 years in remission. So I got to share my story a little bit today with some of the people at Power Slam. Thank you all who actually inquired about that and, talked to me. Definitely one of those, surreal moments. But let's get back to the action. So we had 5 matches today. Unfortunately, just due to some circumstances beyond Power Slam's control, subject to change. Dontavio had to cancel.
Talk about it.
Yeah, okay. So I just wanted to like get that
We're
started.
gonna talk about
So, right away when I started this evening, everything was
Yes.
fine. We did the national anthem, and then all of a sudden, I was rudely interrupted by Dio Salvador, DLA, and Brazi Suave. Um, guys, DLA is really scary. He Well, first, let me point
Yeah.
out that
I mean,
Dios
you
asked
know
me
what
to.
the DLA stands for, right?
I actually don't.
Well, no, you don't. He is the most dangerous, lethal, and arrogant man in wrestling,
Oh,
and he
okay.
proves that.
I don't think I've ever asked him. I've been afraid. Why would I
Yeah.
ask him?
So Dios
Yes.
asked me to hold the
Dangerous,
mic for him.
lethal, arrogant. DLA.
Yep. So I'm supposed to hold the mic
Of
for
course
him,
you
right?
do.
Well, instead of just hold the mic, I turned into a human mic stand for Dios to cut a very, very mean promo on a later match that we had this evening. Um, I definitely was shaking in my boots because the whole time DLA is just staring at me like I'm fresh meat. If you know what
You
I'm
seen Joe's
saying.
comments?
Yeah.
You seen Joe's comments?
Thank you very much, Jill. Thank you.
I was making sure you can see it. Michelle said, "Happy and proud of you, Vince," as well. I didn't know if you saw that. I put in the.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. But so anyways, we got right into some action. We saw JP Levin versus Jimmy James. This was a really good match because you can't always judge a book by its cover. You can't always tell somebody that just because you're a bigger person, you're going to put them down so quickly. That's what Jimmy thought he was going to do. Um, and they did for a while, but then JP just mustered some strength out from nowhere, and you know proved everybody wrong actually this evening, taking home the big dub. At one point, Jimmy James asked him, "Can you even shoulder tackle me?" And JP did. I was pretty impressed by it. But yeah, so also, I'm gonna be honest. The way that things moved this evening, I don't have exact moments, so I'm just gonna touch on that. Once I start doing commentary or not commentary announcing, I kind of get into the moment. I just watch the matches and see who goes over. So I do apologize if I don't give enough specifics here.
No, you're fine.
Uh,
Yeah, you're
but
good, man.
the next match, it started and I didn't even get to do my job. Mr. Crowley came out. As he's coming out, before I could even announce him, he wants the mic. So I wasn't present to this last Black Brand show, but apparently somebody spiked his go-go juice, and
Gasoline.
I can't confirm or deny. I have taken a swig. I don't know what it was. It was definitely something pure ethanol, something like that.
What did I tell
Yeah.
you about that, Vince? Stop drinking weird shit.
I'm sorry. He offered
Last
it to
time
me.
I had to come
don't
find
just-
you.
I
You
was
don't just-
thirsty. I was thirsty. But anyway, so I guess somebody
Vince went on
spiked.
a side quest last.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose a kidney or something, man.
Hey, I already lost something down there, so but anyways, so Crowley comes out, he's asking the crowd, did you guys see what happened? No one knew. So then somebody knew that I'm actually not familiar with, but I got very familiar with him. His name was Alan King, shows up. And Alan seems to have some background with Mr. Crowley. Crowley welcomed him into the ring. Then King immediately said, "Well, I want a piece of that belt." So, challenge accepted. But it was a brotherly challenge. So they extended hands, they shook, hugged. But as they hugged, Alan said, "I'm really sorry that happened to you, but I did it." And the question that Crowley was asking all night was answered, and Alan King ended up being the one to spike the go-go juice that he carries around. Well, he sure did mess with the wrong guy because if we all know Mr. Crowley's crazy, and yeah, it didn't work well for Mr. Alan King. And still, Anywhere champion, Mr. Crowley.
Okay, I'm coming for that too, Mr. Crowley. No,
And then this was something I was really excited about because I am a big fanboy of RJ Jonesy. The Pop Punk Prince was going up against Chuck Morris for the Ohio Heavyweight Championship for the Red brand. This match was very difficult to watch because Jonesy's a good friend of mine, and the way that Truck threw him around was like a rag doll.
Yeah, I would imagine, honestly.
Dude, it was bad. There was a few points where, even just outside of the ring, dumping Jonesy on his head, on the apron, hardest part of the ring. It was so brutal. Truck showing no remorse. I mean, his title's on the line. Then it seemed like the game was over. It seemed like Jonesy was about to, cut the ghost or whatever you want to call it, man. Like it was bad, and then all like out of nowhere, this dark figure comes out of the back
Oh,
and intervenes and attacks Truck while Jonesy's down. And I have no idea how he made his way to Power Slam Pro Wrestling, but none other than Wrath has appeared.
oh, that's not
oh,
good.
shit.
And
Yeah,
you
if
guys
you're
know
a
I
Power
have.
Slam pro wrestler,
I mean,
just
guys,
watch out.
I was terrified.
We still haven't seen Tested Gates. Just saying.
Yeah, he got hauled away in a
Wrapped in a
truck.
yeah. We still
So
haven't seen Gates. Bobby said he arrived by his pickup truck. By the way, thanks.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good.
I want to have this known that happened, and then the next thing you know, Jonesy has the wherewithal. I do believe Dagan, the ref, was knocked out or knocked to the side at this point, but had the wherewithal, Jonesy did, to wake him up, and then you got the 1, 2, and the 3, and then you have a new
Wow.
Ohio heavyweight champion for the Red brand, R.J. Jonesy.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations going out to Jonesy. I was excited. I was excited for this match. I was excited for Jonesy. After losing that heavyweight championship a while back, he's been trying to make his way back. So now to get that Ohio heavyweight championship, just making his way back up the strides, kind of tearing down the syndicate.
Yep.
Right.
Do you have anything else on Power Slam, Vince? Because I have a couple more things I want to talk. I forgot about. We did have another event, but I want to talk about it.
Let me just get to the last one here. I'll get to the main event. I do apologize.
No, you're good, man.
So the main ended up having the like I said, Dio shot a promo on it before, but it ended up being Dio Salvador, DLA, and Brazzi Suave versus Sean Blaze and the Bouncer. Well, it seemed like it was a 2-on-1 fight. Nope. The grounds were easily leveled here by none other than the shooting star Mars Crest. So, yes, I was pleasantly
Oh, wow.
surprised
Okay.
standing in the ring and their music hits. And next thing I know, my favorite little person in the ring comes in.
So Mars essentially took the spot of Dontavio in this 6-man tag?
Yes. Yes. And what a show. I just want to right away, Mars absolutely killed it. I saw some crazy head scissor move. I was very impressed, but I want to also point out that Sean Blaze and the Bouncer were not getting along this entire match.
They've had heat for a while.
Arguing back and forth. At one point, Sean tells Mars, "Go up." Mars looks at him, goes, "No." Bouncer goes, "Go up." Mars goes, "Okay."
Oh man.
So you kind of saw like it was almost like 2 with 1, not just a 3, like a group of 3.
Yeah.
So unfortunately Loud Revolution was able to take home the dub. But this didn't stop. I literally was going to sit there. I was going to do my job and say, and your winners. Nope. Dios wasn't done. Dios and DLA and Brazzi attacked their opponents and attacked and attacked and attacked. And then they brought Wrath out. And then they brought it literally got to the point where the entire locker room of PPW came barreling out.
Oh man.
And it was
trying
like
to stop Wrath.
Yeah. Like they were trying to stop everybody here, dude. It was wild. So honestly, I don't know. I mean, PPW's got their hands full. Not only the Red brand, but both brands have their hands full when you have people like Wrath showing up.
Right.
So
Not caring what color brand he's on, I'm assuming. He's just there for destruction.
ridiculous. But great show. I had a great time. I always have a great time. I will admit today, I think I got into it too much last night. My voice cracked a few times, boys. There was actually a point where we you guys know I like to do the Triple H.
Yeah. Then get ready.
And I went to hit it and my voice cracked.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
It was actually I was doing the no, I can't hear, and when I went to
Get
say
here.
hear you,
Oh.
and then I hit the ropes and started laughing, and then I still got the "Are you ready?" out of it. But even with hiccups like that, guys like Brent and
you put in work, man. 2 days in a row, right?
Yeah, I just gotta say, guys like Brent and his daughter Sid, they are great people to work for. Even with hiccups like that, they didn't care. They gave me flowers, and I appreciate them so much for having me out today.
All right. And look, I'm coming back out to PPW. I'll be back as soon as I can. Zoe's on games. So he knows Michelle. He's got Ludens. Pedro told him already. And look, he's probably gonna look. He's got
hilarious.
Right there. He's got that. A couple more things I want to touch on real quick. So last night, after RSW was happening, while we were at RSW, there was also another event happening at Kim Tam Park at Melanie Springs, OCW, Ohio Championship Wrestling. I want to touch on a few things that happened here real quick. Cool Dude Andy accepted the Open Jackpot Challenge. We all know cool Dude Andy, cool ass Andy, whatever you want to call him. He accepted the Open Jackpot Challenge from Asher Knox. Asher Knox hit him with a pair of knucks and pinned him. He decided to reopen the Jackpot Challenge, which was answered once again by JP Levin. Asher Knox once again knocked him out with the brass. Asher Knox once again knocked him up with the brass knucks.
Oh man.
At this point, General Manager Glenn Lane comes to the ring and was trying to get Knox out of the ring, essentially. He told Glenn Lane, anybody can answer this challenge, and tried to get the GM to come in the ring, tried to essentially bait Glenn into taking the challenge, right? When he wasn't paying attention, our good buddy Pedro grabbed the brass knucks, knocked out Asher Knox, and went home with the $1,000 in the Open Jackpot Challenge. So kudos to Big Pedro.
Amazing.
I love that.
And then this is obviously I want to talk on one more thing about something that happened earlier because the match was supposed to happen that did not happen. But last time OCW asked for a challenger for their women's championship, 4 or 5 people in the comments all said one name. We all know her as the baddest witch. Sebastian LaShawn made their OCW debut against the unwilting Tatiana. Unfortunately, she was not successful in her quest to win that OCW championship. But the big story here is that after the match, the referee, we all know her, we all know them, their name's Mars Cress, decided to go into business and decide she doesn't want to be a referee at OCW anymore either.
Oh.
She wants that women's championship. So she attacked Tatiana after the match. So only time will tell what happens with Mars Crest at OCW. And then last, but most certainly not least, Gino DiCapo was supposed to defend his Ohio Heritage Championship against one Dontavio. Dontavio also no-showed Ohio Championship Wrestling.
Oh, jeez.
Come to find out, he had a medical emergency.
It's understood.
So, Dontavio has a kidney stone.
Oof.
I've had kidney stones.
Yeah,
I feel for you, my friend. I feel for you. We were gonna have Dontavio on tonight. He shared it. He told everybody he was coming on and he was gonna tell a side of the story about what happened between Bear City Vice and the video that was posted by Indie Wrestling Guide, on his trip to Meg. So we'll get Dontavio on as soon as possible so he can tell his side of that story. That's not, once again, Dontavio has, medical emergency. Wilbur stepped in and won the Ohio Heritage Championship from Gino DiCapo.
Let's go, Unc.
Amazing. Well.
And then, so now does Dontavio want Uncle Wilbur? Because obviously that was supposed to be his title shot, not Wilbur's. So we'll see how that plays out. And then the main event of the evening, the Ohio Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Guiding Light Matthew Taylor and No Shame Jimmy Shane, put their titles on the line against the Thunderbird Jake Ely and Truck Morris, also known as the Electruck Company. And Truck Morris and Jake Ely successfully won the OCW Tag Team Championships last night.
Oh, and
new. So Truck Morris, while Jimmy Shane wins a Neo Pro belt, he loses an Ohio Championship Tag Team belt.
Wow.
While Matt Taylor loses the Ohio Tag Team belt. It's just all over the place.
Gold changed hands.
And then Truck Morris loses the PPW belt on Sunday. But the night before, he won the Ohio Championship.
And that actually, I want to point out, makes Truck he's holding 2 tag team belts right now. PPW and OCW. That's wild.
Dual brand tag team champion, OCW with Jake Ely, and then on the Red brand with the Syndicate. So
Gideon Hayes is his tag team partner.
I thought they were freebirding it. You never know how they make up their rules as they go along. They kind of do whatever they want. Brazzy Suave in the chat. Left side, Luchador, that's the homie. Popping in at the last minute. But yeah, that's really all I got. I did want to, like I said, I wanted to talk about the Ohio Championship Wrestling because we had Sebastian pop out and then Wilbur winning a title and Electruck Company winning a title. Micah winning the RSW Championship this weekend, and Jonesy winning the PPW Red Ohio Heavyweight Championship. Just title changes all around.
All around.
Hell of a weekend.
Kudos to the new champions. Hope you're enjoying your recovery with your gold. So, boys, do we have anything else we need to get off of our chest this evening?
Yes.
Stab Vince.
All right, I got some big flowers to give because, obviously I'm going to say thank you to Tim Cross and Scott Bunner for having me work RSW. The big takeaway is I got to work with the one and only president of wrestling, Phil Stamper.
Friend of the pod, Phil Stamper. He's been on many times. We've had Phil on.
This was my first time getting to work with, somebody of his stature and caliber. And I just want to say we meshed so well. And I can't thank you enough, Phil, for, giving me some guidance, some advice. Thank you so much. It was great working with you, dude. Again, shout out to Brent and Sid, out at PPW taking care of me.
Happy belated birthday to Boss Man Brent.
That's
I believe
right.
his
That's
birthday was
right.
Saturday.
And I just want to say thank you to both brands for letting me, both companies letting me use my new entrance music. Pretty Fly for a White Guy by Offspring. I
That's
had a great
great.
time coming out. I mean, dude, it worked. So, but yes, great. Thank you, everyone who booked me this weekend. I can't thank you guys enough for, let me live the dream out here.
All right. Well, with that, have you seen the video with you and Vinny Maverick?
No, I haven't.
Would you like to?
Sure.
I don't know who Edge is. We got somebody on YouTube named Edge. Maybe it's
Oh.
the Enigma, but apparently we're very happy.
We are super happy guys. All right.
Let's see this.
Love it, bro. Yo,
Love it.
and then definitely shout out to my boy Vinny Maverick for that. My guy. I actually have a photo from the boss man Tim Cross of me announcing him, and when he did it the first time towards the hard cam, and I'm like, I didn't realize it, but I got so into announcing for him that I was like rock star holding him back. No, it was a great time. I definitely appreciate
So
everyone
good.
that let me do my thing this weekend.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. My
I
flowers
appreciate
also
Bobby
going
for
out
sending
to
me
that.
that.
Oh, Bobby! Shout out to Bobby for all of his
Bobby.
camera work. Bobby's a fucking
Yes, sir.
stud.
Yes, he is.
My flowers this weekend are
Unappreciated.
actually going out to Bobby and to the man below me. So this week, our boys are taking off. I'm wishing you nothing but safe travels and happy journeys, man. Our boys are headed to do camera work for JC Dub. So I'm really happy for you guys. I'm proud of you guys, and you guys are gonna
Big
fucking
stuff,
kill it.
man.
So next week we will be Sans the Stabby one, but don't worry, Tony and I won't be alone. We'll figure. We'll have maybe one, maybe we'll have a couple guests, maybe. So
see what happens.
Shout out to Tim and everybody at RSW. We appreciate you guys all the time for coming in and booking us and putting us on the flyers and shouting us out. We definitely appreciate all the love you give to the Piledriver podcast all the time. And then look, here we go. That's a good one. Michelle's giving flowers. I'll give them too. I saw the clip today. Christian Napier debuts in GCW.
Oh, let's go.
He was Tony, they had him. It was a match between Joey Janela and I forget who his partner was against Atticus and Otis. And Christian was the special referee, and they didn't know this. And he went down to count. Joey Janela pinned Atticus, and he went down, and Christian was like 1, 2, and he was like, "Oh fuck!" Like my hand, something's wrong with my hand, kind of deal. And then I'll send you the clip. It's sweet. And then eventually Joey Janela rips his shirt off and he's got a Kogar shirt on. And they do the brain hemorrhage is Atticus's move. And Otis picks him up in a wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Christian grabs him with a DDT and Atticus grabs him with the brain hemorrhage. And they all three do it at the same, Atticus and Christian interlock legs. And it's fucking nasty.
Huh.
We all know these boys can go. We all know the Cobras can go. We all know that they are not afraid to bleed, and they will. So huge opportunities to the Cleveland boys. Huge shout out to the Nate, to Christian and the Cobras.
Doing big things.
Yeah. So it was great. But again, Bobby, Vince, I'm gonna sneeze 7 times now.
Oh. Mayonnaise.
Just three. Mayonnaise.
Yeah. If someone's about to sneeze,
we always
yell
had
mayonnaise at him.
We always had pineapple.
Oh, I've never heard pineapple.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's like I said, shout out to you guys. You guys have a safe journey. And then shout out to Michelle and Jose for always doing their shit, man. They kill it. I know Michelle and Jose got some good pictures. I can't wait to see the picture of my glasses flying off. But yeah, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to the comment section for hanging out.
Minus
Thank
that
you
one
for all
guy.
the shares and everything. No, he's cool. Let him hang out. He tuned in. He watched for at least 3 seconds. Thanks for the view. We appreciate you.
Right, and a comment that gets our
And a
algorithm up,
comment. That's
buddy.
right. That's right. Thank you. So, again, we appreciate all you guys so much. Head over to the Brainbuster Tees, get some merch. We got some new designs coming this week. I'm hoping by Wednesday I can have everything uploaded because I got a couple too. So
Nice.
thank you guys all again. Have a great night. We will see you next Sunday. Tune in to Turmoil on Thursdays.
Yeah.